From the shadows of New York's Manhattan skyline to Arizona's Valley of the Sun resides a radio program the world over has been waiting for. Hosted by two men no one has ever heard of. It's a place where idiocracy runs free and rarely a point is made. Kieran.
Peasant! I can't deal with this! I am Rocket! Sir Rocket of Elmont!
Rocket.
Winthrop, get the yacht ready. We're going to Mond.
Together, these men will bring you laughter at any cost, even if that means sacrificing their own egos or well-being. So put your brains on standby. Sit back and relax. The boys have returned. Lunatic Radio starts now.
Hello. Oh, the OBS. What? Where am I at? There we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Lunatic Radio Shizzo. Uncle Joe was like, "You're in the wrong setting." As I'm starting the show.
Looked like we were all behind bars, dude. Jesus Christ. It's foreboding right off the bat.
Welcome to the program, everybody. It's the Lunatic Radio Show. I'm Kieran. That's Rock over there in the great fucking city of New York.
Hello there.
Yeah, coming into this one firing.
Yeah, pitch you.
Yeah, we haven't done a show in a while. And
it's been great. I mean, terrible.
It's been great, to be honest with you. It's been nice. We've taken such a break that I feel like I've forgotten how to do this radio shit. Like, I forget how to be entertaining. I don't know, I don't know if you feel that way, Rock, when you take breaks from the radio show. It's like being a stand-up, you know? You can't just do a set one night, take a break for 2 months, and come back and be funny again. It's not going to work like that.
No, see, I don't feel that way. I feel like the breaks make it easier because then it's like I don't have to. It's like, oh man, if I did something decent last week, it's like, oh, and I got to do that again. So it's like if I take a break, it's like everyone forgets. So it's like, whatever I put out there,
right?
It'll just have to be accepted as that's the high bar now.
I would
say
expectations are a horrible thing.
Yeah. Joining us in the studio. See, I even forgot how to introduce the guest. Joining us in the studio, world famous Mr. Uncle Joe from Twitch. Everybody,
thank you for having me. I was waiting for you to do 20 minutes of pre-rolled ads, so before you start this podcast. So thank you for introducing me. I'm very excited to be here. Hello.
Uncle Joe is from Chicago, and he does a Twitch show, which is like anything you've ever seen. It really is very entertaining. It is a 3-hour marathon. Remember, Rock, when we used to do 3-hour marathons?
Oh, those were the days.
Just talking into a microphone and fucking playing clips. I don't want to do that shit anymore, but Joe still does it. He's in that.
But is it a Twitch show? Is that what you would call it? That's not what you would call it.
Twitch is for the people playing video games on there. This is this is a late night variety show.
Yeah, Joe. When you want to talk tech, you feel free to focus towards me because Kieran will just be like the box thing with the buttons. Listen, that's where the kids go. And you go on Instagram and you look at the boobies.
I just use this computer. I know everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Joe's trying to figure out my computer that's very dusty and old and I guess outdated, right?
We're talking about you or the computer?
No, we had to clean the ball out from the mouse, dude. It was,
yes. Get that gunk on. You have to scrape off the gunk.
What would you say your show is on? What platform?
It's
Joe?
Twitch. It's absolutely on Twitch. But Twitch gets it's more of a gaming website. But I trust you. We're no talking corner, head in the corner. Over Fortnite.
Right. No, you're not that.
It's late night cable access. This is Adult Swim kind of humor where millennials screaming into the ether, hoping for the best. So,
I had I talked about this when I did a little pop-up last week on last Sunday, but I had an opportunity to come down and sit in on Joe's show, and it reminded me of us when we were younger, Rock, when we were vibrant and full of life, and we thought radio was our future. And that's exactly how Joe is when he does his show. And he's making a future right now.
No, absolutely. And honestly, I've watched a little bit, and I don't know if we were ever that vibrant. We've got some serious vibrancy on that show. If we could use that word.
It is. Yeah. I mean, where does all this stuff come from? Your creativity.
There's so many things that I've my fingers in so many pies, and I could never pick anything, so I decided just to throw it all together, and just like anything, dude, you do it once, and then it all looks like dog shit, and then you do it 100 times ever, and eventually it looks like something. So
well, let me change my answer. Nope, that's exactly what we were doing. That's exactly how we went about the show. So we were right on par with this show.
We did 10 years of that shit going, this is not working. No, this is not working.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your background for people who don't know?
So I graduated from Northern Illinois University with a fucking business degree. A lot of help that's been. No, I don't know. It was all right. But I was in this gray area with the schooling they had. We were the internet was an obvious thing that was happening, but the schooling was 10 years behind. So I spent $40,000 writing papers about whether or not Facebook was a viable option for online marketing. I'm like, it's already happening. Please, please. I don't need to tell you yes or no. Right. Tell me how to do it. So, but now, I mean, dude, Facebook's sliding down. So, I mean, we'll come down with this next. But I got a little bit of this business background, a little bit of that. Both my parents are from Warsaw, Poland. So I have these beautiful, amazing, hardworking Polish parents, dude. And they come from backgrounds of graphic design, art. My dad does a lot of commercial work as well, so I did a lot of hardwood flooring and all kinds of madness growing up. And I knew I never wanted to work, so here I am dancing on the internet for dollars.
That's right.
Yeah.
And your parents are so proud making those internet videos.
My dad says the internet's not good enough for him to watch the show. I don't know if that's honest or not. So.
Yeah, right.
Well, do you have some sort of you have an improv background?
Yeah,
right?
no improv, but I kind of accidentally started running a stand-up comedy open mic night at this venue that I did some work with back in DeKalb before they closed down. There's a wonderful 200-person coffee shop / venue in DeKalb. It's on this corner on the main street.
You're from Chicago, right?
Well, rural Illinois. It's 60 miles west of Chicago. Yeah. For anyone who's listening, I'm sorry I said I was from Chicago. Please don't find me. It's not even the suburbs. I don't even get suburbs clout. I'm DeKalb. The logo's a piece of corn. I mean, you tell me.
Here are the sticks. Get out of the sticks, fellas.
I started coming to this open mic, and after 3 or 4 times, they're like, "You're doing a nice job. You should take over it because I hate this obligation." And
yes.
Next thing you know, I was just like anything you get into, you just thrust it right into it, and you either swim or you die. So
yeah.
But the open mic, we started getting wild. We incorporated the open mic with the stream. And we had a very interesting open mic where we would show the commentary of the people who were watching the open mic stream on projected behind them. And on top of that, you could so people would be sitting in the club
in the venue,
and they'd be on the app. They'd be talking shit about the comic.
Oh my god!
If they choose to look behind them, they can interact. Wow. It gives you some material too.
That's fucking brilliant.
And the other thing we did was we monetized heckling. So with the donations, people could send in like a text to speech comment over the top of the comedians, or play an audio clip based on if you donate $1.23, it'll play a mountain lion mauling a man and then him screaming out loud.
Instead of the comic?
Yeah. Or for $10, you can diarrhea over their set for a goddamn minute. So.
Man, that is brutal. That is way worse than the Apollo with the fucking Scatman Crothers coming out and yanking the person off.
That's right.
That's way worse.
You're doing your 3-minute too long of a fucking set premise, and next thing you know, someone's playing the X-Files theme song over your set, and you want to die. So we had a few people who complained about it, but
that's fucking... That is brilliant.
That's intense.
You gotta have balls. I mean, obviously, being most of the people going up, I guess, at your shows are just open micers.
Yeah, anyway. But it really gets either the pain of the open mic is eliminated because you're open about how horrible everybody is. And
yeah, this is you already know going in, this is gonna be a disaster.
But I mean, a lot of people contacted me afterwards and like, listen, I kept watching myself doing comedy, and everything these people said about me was 100% right. I do look like a vulture's penis. So I'm going to change some things about my set. I'm coming back next week. Let me get in there, Joe. Let's see what happens. And there was a lot of like amazing moments, dude. There was some people who come up there and they would have some bullshit premises, talking down on a group of people or something, and then the chat would just take over and they would just flush them out with $20 Louis by the Kingsmen over and over and over again until they just left the comedy club. So, you know, the people control what's happening as well. So
when did you make the transition to the Uncle Joe show on?
I initially started the stream as a silk screening stream because I do commercial silk screening. After I graduated college, I worked as a recruiter, and I wanted to die doing 100 phone calls a day. And
Oh, God.
after I had figured out which companies had revolving telephone directories that I could just leave the line on to log call hours, I had to escape from it, and I came across an incredible opportunity, and it was just a whole operation we had. I was silk screening T-shirts commercially in the basement of this venue. We ran the open mics during the week, and I was streaming in the basement, just me printing T-shirts, but that's kind of boring, so... But
No shit.
yeah.
You just like kind of almost fell into this thing, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean that's life, right? You know.
Yeah, now you're just running.
I'm gonna say hello to my 3 kids at home. I love you guys. No, just kidding. Never had sex before.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, your show is, I remember our mutual friend, he texted me your show just one night, like randomly, like almost like a fucking year ago. And I was getting ready to go to fucking gym to eye bang broads, you know, stare at them. I was doing that last night too. It was kind of nice. I had a good night of eye banging at the gym. I'll let you know about it in a little bit. But yeah, no, he sent me. He's like, dude, you got to watch this show. I was like, he's like, I've been watching it for a while, and he's like, you just got to watch it. I literally flipped it on. You're sitting there. I don't know. You got fucking glasses on. I think you're wearing a Speedo or some shit, dancing. And I sat there for like. I was just like, I couldn't figure out what I was watching, but it was thoroughly entertaining. You know, it was just, I don't know what it was. It sucks you in. You're just like, what is this guy doing? Is he on drugs? I don't know.
Yes, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's fucking.
That's the question you keep asking yourself. Is there drugs involved here? Is this all natural?
It is. I mean, do you find it? Because Rock and I are kind of out of the game. I mean, we started way back.
Dead man walking.
We started way back in 2001. We were kind of hot shit when no one else was around. So does that really mean that you're hot shit? Yeah. Right? But do you find it hard to like make a fucking? Everybody's got a fucking podcast now, you know.
Well, that's why I'm gonna try to convince you guys to come over to Twitch. You might just throw every one of these inhibitions you have right out the window, and you guys are just gonna watch fart compilations on YouTube for $6 a pop, and you know.
I think though we did Twitch for like a day or two, and we were just confused by that situation.
The problem with Twitch is it's a long haul. You know, you got to put 6 months beating your head against the wall. But
yeah,
you know, if you guys want to get involved with it, we would host you. We'd bring some people over. You know, we would do what we could to.
Well, Rock's been telling me to go to Twitch for I don't know how many years now. Rock, well, you told me about it last year. You're like, you should switch over to Twitch, and I'm like, I don't want to do work. You know. And I probably, I mean, Joe, when I went to go sitting on a show, he was just telling. I mean, there's a whole slew of girls just with their titties out, and
that's all they do, yeah. Or they're playing video games.
Literally, a girl is like half asleep, wearing a bra, on a microphone, not even doing anything, and just guys just donating.
That's it.
Just making.
Well, I preach this for years now. And Kieran knows we don't have to be on camera. If we just had like attractive women sitting in our seats, and we talk off camera.
Have you done that?
We'd be millionaires.
Have you done that? You should do that experiment on your show. Just get broads in bikinis, have them sit on the couch. You could even be off fucking camera, and you'll just collect fucking funds.
It sounds like you guys are talking about the Raj Patel show. It's one of the biggest streams on Twitch.
Oh, really?
The guy doesn't even show his face. He's this very hot guy, and he just talks quietly and he loads the camera up. 4 video cameras of some of the most beautiful women you ever seen, and then he just has 20,000 people come in, and they try to date these girls, and the girls just body slam them into the rug and call them neckbeards and tell them to get fucked, and you know,
we're no one wants to see fucking middle-aged men talk about.
Definitely not. You don't have to take a poll on that.
I know. I gotta go.
That's just hard facts.
I gotta go fucking accost me some bikini baristas and bring them down.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You should have did the show from there.
Yeah.
Kieran just doesn't want to.
I gotta get some skanks in here.
Have you been to the Bikini Bean? I've been wanting to go.
Don't say
to
it like that.
No,
That's skanks.
I want to call it. I would call it Skank Sunday.
Please,
oh, wait, that's
promiscuous
another show.
souls. We're gonna.
There you go.
We're getting you guys ready for Twitch, all right?
No,
Yeah, you got to use the lingo.
I believe I did go to the Bikini Barista once, and I ordered a coffee, and the girl said something. I don't know. She was talking about something, but then she was like, "A hoe's got to eat." I didn't know what the hell. I don't know where the fucking conversation went to where she had to say that to me. I mean, I'm just ordering coffee. I don't know why you're calling yourself a whore and that you have to eat and you're hungry.
Kieran,
She probably saw that you only left a 30-cent tip. That's probably
yeah, right, exactly.
a little commentary.
That's
I
exactly.
couldn't understand why she said that to me. She's wearing stiletto heels and you're licking your mouth.
Here's a nickel.
You heard the clanging in the tip jar, and you're like, the fuck?
Yeah. So we figured, we pop on. We fucking talk to Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe's actually very successful at the fucking interweb shit that Rock and I have been doing for 18 fucking years.
You should go over there and just bring a notebook, Kieran, and just take some notes.
Listen, last night
I would take notes if I could write and read and all that.
Right.
I don't want to say anything, but last night we did our music stream. So I recently acquired a very high-end electronic drum set, and I have a guitarist come over, and we just drink beers and wail. And this gentleman came in last night, dude, and he dropped over $600 to hear us play 12 songs that he handpicked. And this, I'll give you guys a little taste of the playlist. Rick Ross, 50 Cent, and Coldplay.
Coldplay.
Nice. There, of course.
God.
Right.
So
You literally go to Joe's studio and it looks like the Tonight Show on an acid trip. He's got a whole fucking drum set. He literally has an area where he could put like the fucking Roots and have them sit on the side. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, that's where shows are at now, man. Like everyone's got legitimate setups. That's
green screen. You got a fucking couch.
Yeah, man. Everyone's got the green. This is like
Got a goddamn
this.
production.
We ain't doing green screens. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it's quite remarkable. I actually sat in, Rock. I don't know if you watched last week's show. I'm sure you haven't, right? Rock, did you see anything of anything I've sent you or anything of me on the Uncle Joe show?
I was looking for you. I just kept going. Because apparently you do quite often your show as well.
Oh yeah, that's the whole streaming thing too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just going through, and I was, I was skimming through parts. Some parts I was obviously watching, but then I was skimming through to see if I could catch Kieran. I couldn't find Kieran.
Yeah,
so I just figured he lied.
With the dating show, yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago now, and oh my lord, you should have seen the beautiful souls that called in and tried to court Kieran, and I think we found love by the end of the night. So
really,
well, that if he would call love me fucking hocking a loogie into your mouth. I met this guy an hour later into meeting him. I'm spitting into his mouth, Rock.
If that's not a perfect synopsis of the internet bringing people together, I don't know what the fuck is.
Yeah. Here's I had the clip from the Uncle Joe.
You
show.
dipping?
I was dipping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No. It was,
Listen, by the way, this guy didn't give me a fucking chance in hell, dude. He's over here like a high school bully. Oh, you're trying to make a few bucks on the internet, eh? Oh, this is my chance to put some roast beef in another man's mouth.
That's right.
Everybody else was nice, and they just sprayed beer all over my throat.
Classic Kieran. Classic Kieran.
Yeah. So I was on the Uncle Joe show, Rock, and I'll play the clip for you if you can.
Yes.
If you watch it. What was the deal? I don't know. Just come out of your head. You were just like,
Someone said something about spitting into each other's mouths, and I said, listen, I love a good spitball.
Oh, God.
But this is a professional production here.
I am going to vomit
And
already.
we speculate. I said, I don't know. I would $50 for each of these guys to spit in my mouth. And then he threw $250 just to make it sweeter. So we got a $100 tip on top of that.
I don't know.
Nuts.
It's not bad. I would kind of take.
I mean, what are you going to go work at Panera Bread for 4 days and a half? Like, fuck
Kieran, there's your secondary income, buddy. Just start letting guys spit in your mouth.
Fucking A, man. If they're going to drop some coin for it, why not?
Yeah, there you go.
Might just go to a parking ride, take a couple shots to the face.
Yeah, sure. Sometimes it feels shameful, but nothing feels shameful about waking up at 11:45 in the morning,
going,
just wiping that spit off your lips and doing nothing till 9 p.m. So
All right, so here's the Uncle Joe show clip I have. Let's see if I can get this here. I played this on last week's show, but this is me meeting Joe and then spitting into his mouth.
Hearing this on the podcast. Guys, we're doing it. No, please.
$50 more from more dip.
No, please.
No.
Rock, you're gonna love this, and you're gonna be very disappointed in me.
$50 more from more dip.
You know they're gonna do it.
Please.
$100 more dip.
100.
No.
I'll put more of this in my mouth.
No. All right.
Joe, I'm pumped!
All right, guys, we're doing this. I'm pumped! That man is 3 sheets of the wind right there.
There we are, Rock. We're between two ferns. Zach Galifianakis is in the background. And Joe is going to lay on the ground. And, yeah, whatever happens there.
150.
Let's do this!
150. I put this in my mouth.
It's the whole
The
thing.
best dip I've taken in my whole
You gotta
life.
you gotta be casual about it. And now you start throwing things out like this, and now we're gonna start fucking each other for cash on cam. Yeah. And then the whole ruse is up because you get banned. So you gotta always ride this line, all right? Because
So we have to cut the two cameras though, right? So it's the top and the bottom. So you can.
you guys are just gonna hover above me, and I'm gonna hold my mouth. Right now we're navigating the terms of service of the website.
Right.
Where if it looks like just liquids coming out of frame into my mouth, that was what we attempted. But
It didn't work. It didn't work. Did you receive any flack for this?
No. I got partnered the next week on the website.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Guys, Meeper, $250.
Are you kidding me, dude? What a fucking.
Here
legend.
comes Joe, gonna lay down in front of us. We're all sitting on a couch. There I am putting a dip in. I'm fucking loaded
you're
at
the
this
only
point.
one.
Joe lays on the ground on his back, face up.
This is fucking nasty, man.
You ready, Rock? You ready, Rock?
Yeah, I'm watching. This is. But by the way, better camera quality on his show makes you look so much older.
Yeah.
I hope it actually gets in your tits so we get to get a nice wet t-shirt.
Here it comes, Rock. I'm gonna vomit.
You are really good.
Joe, you are a champion. Oh, Kieran stuck his hand in his pants. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
That was
Oh
the worst
my
part.
God.
Kieran stuck his hand in his pants to kind of like feel himself out while he was doing it.
I didn't notice that.
Nasty.
I didn't notice that. Hold on a second.
I'm always looking at his package. Come on.
Instinctively, I grabbed my genitals.
Let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
150. I put this in my
I
mouth.
didn't see
Kieran's
that,
like
Rock.
been here, done this.
The whole
The
thing.
best
Oh
dip
my
I've
God.
taken in my whole
You
life.
the whole
gotta,
thing.
you gotta be casual about it. And now you start throwing things out like this.
Where is it?
Right as he's laying down.
We're all going to hell.
Oh, disgusting.
No, you passed it. That's what you were doing.
Where was it? Right here?
I think Kieran,
I don't
right
know.
before.
Fuck.
Right as we were sitting down.
Oh, I can't scroll on this damn thing,
Kidding me,
right?
dude. What
It's,
a.
I mean,
back
it's
it
6
up.
hours of footage.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking footage, right?
Yeah, just mute it. It'll happen.
Yeah. Oh God.
The bottom one. Go to the bottom one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mute. There we go. Oh my God. There's Joe laying down. Oh, this is where I get up and I put my hand in my pants and spit in Joe's
This
mouth.
is beautiful.
Right as he were about to spit in his
God, this is great stuff.
There, yeah.
Don't mind me if I reach for myself as well.
It's a party.
Look at
Things
it.
happen.
Where is it?
I hope it actually gets in your tits and we get to get a nice wet t-shirt contest.
Just reaches in his trousers,
You are.
It's not showing up on the show.
grabs his hog.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Right there. The fucking.
Oh,
Oh, I can't fucking watch. I can't watch it. It's unreal.
Wait
Kieran, I
till-
think that's your future right there. There's your the way the show's got to go for you.
you can come on
I
the
think
crew.
out there in Arizona, things get a little crazy.
Yeah.
I think you got to get a little crazy.
It's just the sweltering heat that's got me in this kind of predicament.
That's right. Keeping your hands in your pants and
Scabbed Up Comedy
might
checking
happen.
in. Uncle Joe comes with heavy meat.
That's Chris May. That's Ink Master hot guy. Chris May. He has an incredible comedy show where he invites comedians on to his tattoo parlor, and they do comedy sets while he tattoos them.
Paul in the chat room. Twitch is like having a girl slowly press their high heels on your sack, then stretching it slowly.
That's $75 an hour right there.
It's painful but worth it. There you go. Yeah. So the Uncle Joe show is quite the.
That's an experience. It's an experience.
It really is. You don't want to say that because the other guy has that fucking title of a show.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the Joe Rogan guy. But yeah, no, it is quite. Where can we find it? The Uncle Joe Show on Google. Just fucking.
Oh yeah, Twitch.tv/ The Uncle Joe Show.
Yeah, he's up there. How many days a week you up there?
4 or 5 times a week.
4 or 5
That's
times a week.
amazing, man.
Just
Ah, man.
Doing that.
That energy.
Doing that crazy shit, making that cheddar.
From 3 to 7 hours a night. You got to be out there, you know.
Yeah, fucking making the content, Rock.
Well, that's what people want. You know what I found out today? Like, people will watch people just eating food on YouTube.
Yeah,
and they interviewed one of them that she's like a millionaire just from fucking eating
food.
Eating food.
Hot broad, eating food.
Nope, nah, she wasn't that. She was, you know, she wasn't like she wasn't a bikini barista, we'll say. She was just a woman eating food.
I don't. Can you explain this shit to me? Because I'm like, I feel like
I can explain this for you guys easily. You guys are watching this like this is a Francis Ford Coppola movie, all right? Just turn that shit on the side. Pull your little hog out, dude, and just watch them munch, all right? Come on. It's such a big deal, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Smoke a few doobies, get on your phone, barely pay attention to it.
Right, we're trying.
Scroll through Tinder a little bit. I mean, it's, you know, people are trying to make it too much.
Rock and I are trying to do fucking brilliant comedy here, and we don't really need to do that. We can just.
I mean, if Clint Eastwood was eating a chili dog, maybe, you know, we could put some time into it, but. These are people just posting content, and they're perpetuating the wheel of the subscribers and viewers that they're having, and like.
It's a different. It's
wow. That was an impressive line. YouTube would be very proud of that line.
Wow, yeah. I mean,
wow. So yeah, I mean that's true. I mean that's what it is.
Because how are you gonna make 600 videos, dude? I mean, you can try your fucking heart out, but dude, to get 600 videos, you got to turn something off for a little bit.
Right.
Just check out and start clicking.
So your advice to us would just be, get on the mics and almost not even say anything. Just sit there for a while.
You'd be surprised.
So we're kind of heading that way.
Yeah.
Well, that was my true first streaming experience. Was like that. I have a tradition of whenever a new Star Wars movie comes out, I'll take some hallucinogens. I'll quickly get to the theater. I'll sit front row IMAX, and I'll cry, you know, when I see Baby Yoda. And when Harrison Ford's face is the size of a small house, dude, you're fucking it's really emotional. I mean, you watch it sober, it's like the timing doesn't make sense. Oh, well, the planets are spinning differently, and the rotate. No, fuck. All right, just take the drugs and enjoy the movie, you know, and never watch it again. And I came home from Rogue One, and I was just so excited about space. I don't know, you know how it gets. And I decide to sit down in front of this green screen I have, and we're going to get really deep here. I was part of a Facebook group. Have you guys ever heard of Vaporwave?
No.
It's this genre of music where these kids take like 80s music, like a Janet Jackson song or a Donna Summers, and they'll slow it down by like 40% BPM. So they don't actually get hit by any of the copyright, but it's actually very relaxing, like mall music, like, you know.
Yeah, it's like hypnotic. I know what you're talking about now that I didn't know it had a title.
It's
but
like sexy jazz, but like in the distance, like once again, like these eating videos, passive like entertainment.
Some sort of yoga shit.
So I go on this Facebook group and I say I'm gonna drink a case of these Arizona iced teas that I had. And I just turned my phone on. I didn't even have the green screen chromed out. It was just a green sheet. And I sat there for an hour drinking Arizona iced tea. And next thing you know, there's 900, maybe 1,200 people watching me, not saying anything. I'm just quietly sipping on these Arizonas one after another. And quietly, I just keep adding different hats and stuff. And we're listening to music. And by the end, I'm throwing up because the whole human stomach can only hold about 3 Arizona iced teas.
Fucking diabetes in a can, yeah.
Dude, by the next day, I had like a few hundred friend requests. Maybe there was 80,000 views on the video. Like, people were messaging me. Like, I knew there was something in with the streaming thing. And after that, we kept pushing it. So, you know.
Oh my God! See,
less is more sometimes. You know, you gotta understand people, the meme culture. You know, just watching a couple of older guys just sit there silently and being slightly weird might be fucking the biggest hit ever. Like, and you guys not being the demographic of, you're not some 19-year-old kid with blue hair. You might actually stand out because, you know, people are tired of the same shit over and over again. So
I don't know, Rock. Maybe we should make the switch the Twitch.
the switch to Twitch.
God.
Well, you don't even have to. You can get a dual streaming. There's a website, and you can just put both of the stream links in there, and you can stream YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
All this shit. I see. All I had to do was invite Joe over, and I'm starting to learn.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it.
I don't even know.
I agree, though. I mean, and as you mentioned before, I mentioned, you know, we should be going on Twitch. You know, when we first did it, it was long while years ago, and at the time it was strictly gaming, and it just didn't make sense to us.
Yeah.
And but it's changed so much, and you know, the technology obviously just changes by the day, literally. So now it's much more easy for us to do that.
Another thing to think about is that this is an incredible pool of people that you guys can interview, that have unlimited free time, that are looking for exposure, that have video cameras, that have, you know, mics, the whole nine yards.
That's the thing, Kieran. That's the thing. See, like now, instead of the comedians that used to do the show, because, you know, interviews didn't exist, so we gave them a platform. Now you got all these new kids who drinking the Arizona iced tea for 6 hours, need a place to talk and promote themselves. So they're like, in a way, if you could follow along, they're like the new comedians.
Rock, we're gonna interview every fucking skank on Twitch. That's what we're doing.
You guys,
We're getting every broad. Oh wait,
you gotta be careful, because this is a very progressive company, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about entrepreneurs and self-starters here, right? You're gonna change your phraseology, okay?
Yeah. Joe was yelling at me when I did Joe's show. He was yelling at me to be like, kind of use the woke terminology, not like I said the word. I believe I said the word skank on the show, on Joe's show, and he's like, you can't.
Only men can be skanks now. I'm a huge skank.
Yeah.
Just call yourself a skank first, right? You got to throw yourself under the bus.
So that's how you defeat it. You call yourself it first, and then you can use it. Maybe I don't know.
What about slits? Kieran likes to use the word slits.
Dude, slit's good.
Slit's a good
Slits. Everybody has slits.
Yeah.
You got a shit slit. You got the other slit. You know.
Slit is one of those words that is. I think it's better than. It's better than cunt.
What about gash?
Gash is one we always use, right, Rock?
Yeah.
Gash, fucking.
It was like Freddy Krueger hit this girl. I've never seen anything like it before.
I fucking spent $80 on this fucking gash.
But you have to sound like that too, by the way.
Yeah, you
gotta have that thick accent.
You gotta say it in that blue collar New Jersey and talk. Yeah.
But you guys could do it. Bring these kids on, verbally barrage them. You know, inquire about them. Play into the boomer meme. You know, go fuck it.
Great.
I think
Where are the okay boomers?
I think Joe's gonna give us some little fucking interneting advice with
We're gonna be the
podcast.
old men on the Twitch. We're gonna be like the grumpy old men.
Grumpy old men show.
I'll be the Walter Matthau of this show.
They're starting to look like him.
When
Right?
I think about all the other older men I watch on the internet, they're always having sex with beautiful 20-year-old women. So, you know, it can only work out well, you know. We're going to become the new blue pill men. I can't wait.
You want a fucking yeast infection? Pussy breathing.
God damn it.
Pussy breathing.
This is the part that gives the dick comfort.
Fuck yeah, it is Cardi B. Love it. Rock's got sound effects too.
Hell yeah.
All right,
we do.
let's take a break. We'll come back with more Uncle Joe and the LunaticRadio.com show right after these words, my friends.
Kieran and Rock. LunaticRadio.com.
Dude, that's my bike checking in. That's an old name too from the past.
What?
Drink the spit cup. Here's to Brian. I'm not drinking my spit cup for one.
No,
final.
don't. No. We're not gonna do any. I drank your spit cup once.
Yeah, it's. I've had like beautiful women drink my spit cup. It's very awkward.
It's disgusting.
What?
I didn't even know this.
Yeah.
When?
Oh, it's happened.
Oh my god! Sober? It's a thing.
It's
a thing. Yeah.
Inevitably, like I'll go out and get coffee.
Fetish.
This is my thing. Like I'll go out and get coffee with a chick or something in the morning, and you buy like Starbucks. Both cups are the same, right?
Sure.
So I get done with my. Usually, this is my routine. After like my first cup of coffee in the day, I throw a nice little lipper in afterwards because it, the highs and lows. Like the dip brings me down, coffee brings me up.
It's Kieran's life in a nutshell.
And inevitably, you're like driving.
High, there's two lows.
You're driving in the car with her, and you've been dipping for about a half hour, and she's like, "Oh, let me just," she reaches down in the console to grab her drink.
Sure.
So she thinks, and she'll take a swig of my spit, and I go, "Oh,
you lose."
Word up, motherfucker.
Have you ever drank your own spit?
Oh, absolutely. I've drinking my own cum.
Wow.
That's your cousin right there. That's weird.
I got to bring in the jokes every once in a while.
It's not jokes. That's reality.
You know what it tastes like? Mayonnaise. How did that come about, that acoustic thing at the end of the shows? That's yours. Don't drink this. This is dip spit.
I have done that before.
That'll be the first rock star on radio to drink dip spit. Yeah.
How did it come about? Jeez, I don't know, actually. I mean, you probably, if you ask the band members, everyone will have a different memory.
Yeah.
But my memory was in Phoenix, Arizona. We were playing a show, and we were doing this song called Now You're Free. Billy was doing it, and it was just him and electric guitar and vocals. And, it's end of the show, kind of like intimate moment. And there was a DJ next door, and it was way too fucking loud. And he realized it wasn't possible. And we went back and forth. And in the end, we made a call to just go outside into the parking lot. And we brought like 300 people out into the parking lot. And we played for like an hour out there. And then we went back into the venue and played a couple more songs. And it was just like on the spur of the moment kind of call. And that really spawned this whole end of the show acoustic thing. But I think that's like maybe a practical answer. But the truth is it's something that we've been doing forever. Like when Bill and I first met, we played in the subway. And, we always have played acoustic. It's been a part of who we are. So when we did that in Phoenix, it just felt so good. That we're like, oh, man, we got to keep doing that. Sure. Like it's really special.
Yeah, that is. I remember my brother was at that Phoenix gig.
Yeah, he was holding we were standing on a bench, and it was really wobbly, and he was holding the bench.
Fat Kev's helping out, bro.
He totally was. He was so focused. He's like, I'm not going to let you fall. I am not going to let you fall.
I am the wall, bro. I'm going to hold this up.
I'm keeping your careers alive. Holding the bench, dude. Fat Kev.
He was great.
Fat Kev's a roadie now.
Yeah.
He'd make a great roadie.
Yeah. He's a maniac. He's an absolute maniac.
In the best way.
Kieran and Rock have returned.
We are the kings of tangents.
I think it would be kind of cool to be a vampire.
What was the thing you couldn't deal with?
Suck my own dick.
Woo! Come on, do it. Try it.
No, I can't.
Can I watch?
No.
Lunatic Radio.
Twitter doesn't give me these problems.
Kieran and Rock are on social media.
Why could you just like me?
Be sure to like and follow Lunatic Radio on Twitter.
Rocket, you gotta get naked. Take off your pants. Do something.
Sweet.
Don't say sweet.
Oh, I listen to you.
Okay.
So if you say take them off, I shall.
Twitter.com/Lunatic Radio. They're already naked, aren't they?
I feel like I have hair on my microphone. That's why I've been blowing into it, if you've been listening.
Twitter.com/Lunatic Radio.
Nice this.
What up? LR radio program. There we are. Rock here, Rock in New York. Thanksgiving week, Rock.
Holla.
Fuck
Get
yeah.
your turkey on.
Do you do big Thanksgiving shit? You going back to Chicago? What are you doing?
I think I'm going out to Los Angeles for a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to go visit some friends and go thrash around.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing for. Oh, yeah, I'm going to some.
Both of my parents, I don't have any family out here besides my parents, and my brother. It's not like we have extensive family out here, so Thanksgiving's always just been a nice meal, and that's about it. So.
Well, not a big fucking holiday, Rock. Oh, well,
I would love. I mean, I've dated very nice girls that have taken me to their Thanksgivings, and I've experienced that American Thanksgiving. And good Lord, I love it. Where do you get those things that go on top of the green beans? I don't know. What the fuck that is, but I love it.
Yeah, heading into the fucking holidays, people. 2019 wrapping up.
This was a fast year, man.
Yeah, it really has
fucking
been.
flew.
Yeah, it's we have to start doing those year in review fucking shows.
Oh,
Rock.
great.
Oh, people love those fucking things, right?
Show prep.
What do you think of the fucking? Have you been following the impeachment hearings, Rock?
Yeah, a little bit here and there. Here's
some hot topic for the millennials out there.
Yeah, really. Let's talk impeachments, kids.
I don't know. Is he gonna get impeached? Who cares, right? Does it matter?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, I think it matters. I think if there was any chance, if he was to be impeached, if there was any chance of him being reelected, which, in my opinion, there still was, believe it or not, if he were to be impeached, obviously that would destroy those chances.
Well, actually, you know, his presidency is kind of like similar to what Joe was talking about putting content on the internet. Like, we're like Donald Trump is like one step away from us having that wrestler as a fucking president from the movie Idiocracy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And from what Uncle Joe was just describing to us, hey, when you do your fucking podcast or stream on the internet, you really don't have to shoot for making this incredible content. You can kind of just go out there and meet in the middle, have a little, be like kind of mediocre and maybe a little bit, you know? So that's kind of what Donald Trump is to me. I don't know. What do you think, Rock?
Right. It's not so much about the quality of content; it's the quantity, and that's
you need the
that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. You know, he'll take it. He went. Didn't he go on like Fox News the other day for almost an hour?
What did he do on there?
He was just fucking bitching and moaning.
He complains like a fucking one of those kids in your chat room when you do your podcast on the
Whoa,
internet.
careful there, Kieran. Now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta be
Don't
progressive.
this is, come on.
I gotta learn to be progressive and woke. I gotta be woke, Rock.
Don't say it like that. It doesn't sound
Is this
genuine.
You gotta be woke. Oh, you talking about egg wokes? I'm hungry.
That's what it's like the white guy from the 70s. Like I gotta stop being racist. I gotta stop doing this racist shit. I'm not saying it right, Joe.
How did the vape council go? Did you see that Trump had a vape council meeting recently?
I had no idea. Oh, it's right. Yeah.
In the middle of your impeachment proceedings, let's get everybody at a round table to talk about fucking jewels. Everybody, come on.
Yeah, he did have a vape council.
It wasn't what you thought it was. They set aside several jewel pods from mango to mint to passion fruit. And they just had a little roundabout where they decided what the best flavor was and
it's amazing.
Which ones are going to be stocking the White House with.
Yeah. Unreal. It's just a bizarre world.
It is. It's where we're at,
It's where we're at.
Whatever.
It shouldn't ever fucking shock
Did you watch any of it?
I don't care. I mean, I'd be honest with you.
I would catch it on Twitter during the day. I would just throw it on the side, and if somebody said something interesting or entertaining, I'd flip over. But
I don't know if Uncle Joe agrees, but we live in a world where you really can't fucking trust anything you watch on the goddamn TV anymore, right? You don't know what you're getting.
Please.
You don't know what you're getting. You don't
with the deep fakes, with all the deep fakes, who knows?
My fucking father is like completely. He's like, I think back in the 70s they would have locked my dad up for being insane because he just sucks in like he's blowing like Rush Limbaugh all day, just sucking the jizz out of Rush Limbaugh, and everything Rush Limbaugh says is fucking the truth. So
the liberal media here.
yeah, and what? Anytime like NBC comes on or some sort of fucking Democrat says something, my dad's like, that guy's a rapist. He's a communist. Everything he's saying is a lie. So I don't,
Just to recap the last 2 minutes, Kieran put out the visual of his dad sucking Rush Limbaugh's dick.
Yeah,
just in case anyone might have missed that.
That's highbrow comedy, my friends.
I wish I knew what your dad looked like.
There it is.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Did you hear Sacha Baron Cohen just like rip Zuckerberg up?
No,
this
what
week?
happened?
Yeah, he won this award. I think it was the Anti-Defamation League. He won it. Yeah, he won. He gave this 25 minute speech, and he just basically ripped into Facebook and the social media world, if you will, for allowing a lot of this fake propaganda to happen. And because at the end of the day, in his opinion, and I think I agree with him, is that it generates money for them and generates lots of revenue, so they'll let it go. And,
right.
But I was surprised how well he spoke. Of course, he made his Borat references and whatnot, but he spoke very well, and he made some very legitimate points. We went as far as if Hitler was around today and he wanted to put ads on, Zuckerberg would allow it.
Really?
Yeah.
Shots fired right there, Rock. What do you think?
Yeah.
I wonder what the post would look like for Crystal Knock, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then Elon Musk had that fucking what was that? What was that?
Oh, Cybertruck! Pew pew!
What the hell was
Get
the
your Cybertruck!
The thing look. What was
That's
that?
me trying to be Twitch-like.
What was that?
Yeah.
What was
It's
that?
the future.
He debuted.
It's the future. That's your future, Kieran. It's a door wedge.
Yeah. No, what is that truck? What is that thing? And then like it was supposed to be bulletproof, and the guy threw a rock through the window. What is that?
It was supposed to be shatterproof windows, and clearly they were, the beta windows.
Apparently
they weren't.
Apparently, because of that fucking presentation of the shatterproof fucking stealth car, his net worth dropped $768 million.
Yeah, he's so smart. He's dumb. Like he has these lofty ideas, but then to actually put him into the real world, like that's like what you saw in that Cybertruck was what was in his brain.
Yeah.
And he pushed what was in his brain as hard as he could to all his engineers, to all his production teams, and just push instead of like having the real world, if you will, get involved to try to make something combining his ideas. He's egotistical, So that's basically what you're seeing his brain.
And he's one of 5 institutions that are going to bring us to Mars. This guy can't create the shatterproof window. But he's going to take us to Mars. This guy.
Cybertruck.
I don't believe, by the way. I don't know if Uncle Joe is with me on this one. I don't.
Careful. Careful.
And I was actually talking about this on your radio show. I don't believe we went to the moon at all.
Oh, goodness gracious. You told me this wasn't going to be the Joe Rogan podcast. Here we go.
No, I'm serious though. I'm mileage alone. I won't even.
I'm serious.
I'm not brilliant like fucking the great Joe Rogan, but I'm mileage alone. That's where I am in my argument. Mileage alone. It's 283,000 miles. I don't believe we did that. And Elon Musk can't. Just the other day, he can't fucking make a shatterproof fucking window. Yet this guy's gonna, he's got SpaceX.
I can't stand for this bashing of Elon Musk anymore, guys. Please, listen. This man, okay, first of all, look at his hairline in 1999. Okay,
he got the.
Look at this guy. He's sitting on his computer. He's shocked that someone has a 4-megapixel digital camera. He looks over his shoulder and he's creating PayPal. Okay, You know how much fucking money I have gotten from PayPal, dude? I owe my life to Elon Musk.
That's right.
If we could get a couple broken, one car of his blows up and everyone shits their pants. There's 7,000 car accidents right here in Chandler fucking every day, and you don't hear a single person complaining about the Camry.
Yeah.
This guy couldn't take a dump without someone complaining it smells. All right, let him make his little fucking RC cars and.
Well, that's what I mean. That was the point. He's a genius, and that as I said before, that was a direct transplant from his brain's head to a visual.
He's a physical manifestation of this. That's Elon Musk. He's just a box with wheels, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, just watch one of those Falcon rockets coming back down. I don't know. When I saw that, I got scared.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Yeah, that's when they become smart. The robots become smart. That's Terminator shit.
Well, the Terminators already exist. You can just fly a drone into some guy's house, and you don't need to look. Dude, making it look like a human is the biggest waste of electronics. Put some fucking helicopter blades on that and bomb the shit out of them, dude.
Where are you?
Or those how the Boston Dynamics have those like dog robots.
Oh my
those
god,
fucking creepy ass
horrifying
things
with saw blades for mounts.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah, fuck, we're dead. We're all dead.
Where are you on the fuckable robot industry?
I love it. Oh my god. First of all, it's bringing jobs. Second of all, this is going to make it huge advances in the medical field. All right, with prosthetics, with it's going eventually towards having realistic. Every time I come on this podcast, we're talking about Alexis, Texas. Okay.
Yeah, Joe's already on the. Alexis, Texas, by the way, has her own little podcast.
Oh, really? You should try to get on that show, Kieran. Spit in her mouth.
I was hoping her podcast was just going to be her moaning for about an hour and talking to, saying like, put that in my vagina.
And drinking Arizona iced tea.
Yeah. Drinking
I could only dream.
The thoughts.
I mean, that's.
But I'm thinking by the time you're 65 or the time I'm fucking 85, they're going to have this fucking fuckable robot thing fucking mastered.
Oh, my God.
You ever seen the movie?
You're not going to want to have sex with a real woman.
Right. And what's going to be great about it is it'll look like fucking humans. The vagina's going to work like a normal vagina, but then you can just switch the motherfucker off. Zero cuntiness. Men won't have to deal with cuntiness anymore. Joe, your thoughts?
Just like Joe's gonna go home and not have a show anymore.
Joe doesn't want to
listen. I'm more about turning women on than off. All right, this is that's
There
where
you
I'm
go.
gonna put it.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
This is the part that gives the dick comfort.
Damn it.
Pussy, breathe it.
Fuck yeah. That was a good one, Joe. Good for you.
What I want is one of those feet, right? It's a silicone foot, and there's a pussy in the ankle. That's all I need.
Wow. All right. Now we're getting artsy.
All right. What the fuck's that about? Is that something? Or
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Is that
No,
an
that's-
image?
that's a real
There's a
thing.
foot with a pussy in it?
Yeah, it's a fleshlight, but it's just instead of it being the housing of a regular fleshlight, it's a foot, but with pussy where the leg should be. You know.
All right. I feel like that was a screw up, and somebody's just like, I don't know, let's just roll with
Just
this.
at the factory, and then next
Sewing the waters.
next thing you know, you live in.
I don't get what that is.
It's the niche market. That's
Pussy.
That's what it is.
Pussy foot?
Yeah, look up.
Aw, I like that name.
Look up foot with pussy.
And that play could be a finalist.
Silicone pussy foot. Yeah.
Silicone pussy foot. Here we go. Here we go, Rock. I want images of this.
what's in the box?
Let me get some images of this. There it is,
There
Rock.
it is.
Here we go.
Now, let me see.
There was some serious other pictures.
There it is. Whoa, can't watch that one. No, that's
You know, maybe you guys should stay on YouTube. You know,
Yes, yeah, right.
Jesus Christ.
Apparently, you can't put pussy foot into Google and get the images you want.
I mean, I didn't know what you. I explained it very detailed. I don't know what you were expecting.
And I was trying to get rid of the images by swiping them across the screen. I'm an idiot.
I saw a toe inside of a labia, and then I couldn't stop blinking. It was-
Yeah, I think we're gonna get flagged on this one, Rock.
Maybe.
All right. Well, the Uncle Joe Show, everybody. The Uncle Joe Show is very fun having Joe down. It'd be nice to have Joe down maybe a couple more times.
Absolutely.
I doubt he'll be coming back.
We're gonna reform you guys. We're gonna get you guys in the Twitch fast lane.
Joe's gonna.
You guys gonna be so fucking woke. You guys gonna have 2 suicide goth girlfriends at each of your waists. They're gonna be more tattooed and liberal than you could ever imagine.
Suburban.
Is that our new
Saturday.
tagline?
You're gonna
Lunatic
be-
Radio, too fucking woke.
You guys are gonna be smoking joints at Bernie rallies, dude. It's gonna be fucking wild.
Lunatic Radio, comedy, beer, smut, woke.
I was so high, I forgot to vote. I'm sorry.
Suburban Sanity, check it in. Uncle Joe is the most beautiful being I've ever witnessed.
Aw, that's nice.
Wow.
Uncle Joe's going to reform the Lunatic Radio Show. There we go.
You guys are just a couple key phrases away from
Removing
Travis
a
Smiley.
few key phrases.
Maybe send me a memo on what I can't say anymore.
This is like The View, but everyone wearing hats.
Everybody's trying to shield their baldness.
It's so accurate. It is so accurate. We're just
really-
like we're a couple of cackling hens.
We are.
I want to be Star Jones.
I'd like to be Joe Bayar. What is her name? She's a real pill.
Joe Bay, yeah.
She's a real pill. I like that.
I'll be Whoopi. Thanks.
I don't know what calling someone a pill means, but I'm gonna start using it. It
Yeah,
sounds
she's a pill.
painful.
She's a real fucking pill. That Joe Bayar. It's where boners go to die, right there, Joe Bayar.
That's right.
Jesus.
You know what Uncle Joe called me, Rock? A skinny Kevin James.
That's really good. I like
We
that.
instantly became friends as soon as he said that.
That's really good.
All right, everybody. This has been the Lunatic Radio Show. Follow us on all the social medias at Lunatic Radio. I want to thank Uncle Joe.
Yes, thank you.
Coming down on the program and just hanging out with us.
Dude, thank you, boys. I had an amazing time. I feel like if we were together here in real life, that we could really enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, that would be great. My goal, actually, in the future is actually do one more radio show with Rock in studio.
Aw.
And Rock's goal is to not have that happen ever again.
come on, you do a double down. You know, do a little lunatic. Come on the Uncle Joe show. You
Yeah.
can spit in my asshole. Have a great time.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Yeah,
now we're talking a nice
We
afternoon.
got the Uncle Joe show and the Lunatic Radio show is in Arizona now.
Right.
You
Well,
gotta
yeah.
come
If
out-
I was in Arizona, I'll do Joe's show first. Then, if I have time, I'll do a show with Kieran.
I wish you could spit from New York and just have it hit me
Right.
here.
The Uncle Joe show on across the board, social medias, everything.
Everything.
At
The Uncle Joe show.
The Uncle Joe show, everybody. So go check out the Uncle Joe show. He's on every other day. His show is fascinating and hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. Rock, final words. It's yours. Go ahead.
Yeah, go watch Uncle Joe. You know, helping us out. Thank you for coming down.
Any words of wisdom for the young kids watching the program?
Too fucking woke, bro.
God damn it.
All right. All right. We'll see you folks next week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes.
Peace.
Yeah, Lunatic Radio, fucking lie, we about to bust it here on live, from the studio to the New York, I'm eating up roast beef and pork. This a bitch was awoke before we poke,
Peace, everybody.
Awesome.
Later.